Hey, welcome back to Rusty Judgment. If we have not met before, my name is Tom. Most likely though, we've met before, and it's good to see you. In this video, I want to recap some of the things from last week's video. There was an overwhelming amount of comments and emails and just things that I did not anticipate or expect. I was able to take the kids on a vacation to Florida last week and just talk about like some upcoming changes that are going to be happening like around the house here, and then just some projects that we're going to be doing moving forward. So last week's video that came out, I had no idea the amount of views and comments and just attention it was going to get. I didn't anticipate that for Dawn's video or my own video. I wasn't originally going to post a video about it, but then you all were flooding my comments and my email inbox with messages and emails that I felt the need that I had to publish that video that I had already created. And then a lot of people had asked, where'd the video go? There's a lot of dark things on the internet that are very false. And then there's a lot of love and support, and I'm so grateful for the kind community that there is here. I just took the video down because I felt like, there was a lot of good things from it, and I didn't really want any of the negative attention. I thought, the message has been portrayed, what kind of happened, and I don't know, I just wanted to leave it at that. So I took the video down because it just, I don't like negative attention. And so I guess I didn't really realize it was going to be, there was going to have negative attention to it. I mean, obviously I should have known there is some. I appreciate all of the supportive and like helpful, loving comments that I got. I would say, it was easily 95% just love and support and care and just really great people. You guys are very great people, and I probably read too many of the comments, but I want to read the comments because I care what people say and I care what people think. So my experience with this over the last week with all of the emails and everything that have come through is just a message of hope and love and like a team of people rooting for me, rooting for Dawn, rooting for our children. And I just want to thank you and tell you how kind you are. I would love it if you would subscribe. We are going to keep making videos on this channel. They will be a little different, as you could imagine. Some things have to change, but we'll keep making videos here. I also wanted to mention real quick too, some of the things, there was a lot of comments about me having support and help and stuff like that. And so I've actually, this has been, we just announced this all to you all last week, but this has been months in the making. And so I have developed a really healthy group of men at church, friends I have that have grown closer. I started going to a CrossFit gym in August of last year, and it's actually owned by a guy that I go to church with. And that's been fantastic. I go 5-6 days a week. It's been super healthy. It's been a good outlet. Our oldest, Adeline, actually comes with me now too, because she always worked out with Dawn and I in our gym at home here. And then, so she comes too, so that's super fun. Life is very different right now, and I'm trying to kind of figure out how to move forward here, but I'm okay. And I want you all to know that I'm okay. Things are just different, But so I do have a great group of guys that I get together with regularly, men's group at church. I've gotten actually a lot more involved in church now. I have some extra time on my hands. I only have the kids half the time. A lot of comments were brought up about, the importance of what's best for the kids. And I can assure you that the kids are the top priority. That's actually the only reason that I'm still here in this home. Dawn didn't want the house. I didn't actually want the house either. I wanted her to have this. She didn't want it. So I thought, well, we want the kids to have it. So for now, I'm staying here in the house for the kids. I am going to be making some changes to the house because it's to be frank, it's been difficult being here without my wife and kids. The kids are here half the time, but it's different. We remodeled this together, and this was Dawn's dream property. And so there's a lot of uncomfortableness about it. So I'm going to be making some changes to the house like this. I'm actually stationed here right now for a reason. So when Dawn and I don't know if any of you know, when Dawn and I made this room behind here our bedroom, we temporarily capped this doorway off. So from our bedroom side, it looks like a completely finished wall. And then on this side with the door closed, it looks totally fine. But we always did it as like a temporary thing. So anyway, since then I've moved out of our bedroom into the old foster care bedroom, which we had converted into the kids' bed, or not the kids' bedroom, the kids' like TV room, for the last year or so. Anyway, it was some other things, so I moved to that room, and then now I've changed this room to be the kids' TV room and hangout room. You know, they're all, I mean, two of them are teenagers now. And so I'm gonna open this doorway up, take that little temporary wall out so it's open again. Anyway, so just some changes like that we're making around the house so that it just feels different, because honestly I need it to feel a little different than what it's felt like. And I want it to be really functional for me and the kids. So that's some stuff that's going on with the house for the kids and me. And then I was actually able to take all the kids on a vacation to Florida last week, and we had so much fun, and the weather was beautiful. It was in the mid to upper 70s, and then in the low 80s and sunny. The kids and I did a bunch of mini golf. All right, Adeline. Oh! Oh! So close. Oh! That was so close. Nice job, Maggie. You know, we hung out by the pool. Dawn joined us for a little portion of the trip. She was down there for a work event she had put on. We did zip lining up in Ocala, Florida. Here it comes. Pick your legs up!
You got it.
Good job, man.
Nice.
Good job, Gage. Is that one fun? Yeah.
At this point,
It's a pretty cool view, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was a wonderful day. It was very fun. 3 of the kids had no problem doing the zip lining. One of our kids really didn't want to do it anymore, so we let him quit out of the rest of it, and then Dawn joined him. She quit with him too, because we couldn't leave a kid unattended. So I did the rest of all the zip lining with our other 3 kids.
All right, buddy, here you go. Yep, you got it.
You got it, Corbin.
You'll actually be closer to the ground than that first one over there.
Ooh. Yep, you got it.
Go for it, man.
1,
Just step off,
2,
you got it.
3, go. Ooh. Yep. You
Go,
got it.
go.
Just go.
You guys step
Sit
off.
back
Lift
and
the
sit in
legs
your,
up.
Yep, just sit back. There
Yeah,
go.
you got it. Yeah, just like.
I'm not pushing. Sit back in your harness, buddy. So just feel it take your weight.
Lift the legs up.
And then
You
lift your
got it.
legs and you're good to go. That's all you gotta do. Lift your feet up.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Woo!
Oh, that took so much less time than the first
Oh
one.
yeah? Me to unclip it.
Yeah. There you go.
What did you think of that one?
It was fun.
Yeah. I mean, you guys, this, if you ever are in Ocala, Florida, or within an hour of it, it's worth checking out, because it's over this huge rock quarry, which I didn't even know Florida had. I thought Florida was just all flat and swampy. But there's this huge rock quarry that it goes, like the zip lines go around and across, and it was unbelievable. Like, the scariest part of these zip lines is, like, you know, taking the first step off the platform. But once you're on there, it was amazing. And I highly recommend it for anyone of all ages. and we just had a great time. And then after we did that, we did some kayaking in the quarry area. We did kayaking there the rest of the day. And it was just, the weather was beautiful. We were all together. It was a wonderful time. The kids had a blast. The rest of the time we hung out in the sun. We did a lot of like hiking and like just kind of like walking through parks and stuff. I love vacationing as a family very much. So then we came back actually yesterday. Then I wanted to talk to you about, what some upcoming projects we have around here are. Believe it or not, the last moved in house, I'm preparing to do that this spring. So if you don't recall, Dawn and I bought 2 bare lots, actually like 3 years ago. And then we developed the one over probably 2.5 years. We hauled in a lot of dirt. We did a lot of dirt work, built driveways, planted trees, moved in an existing house, and then proceeded to put a new basement in, set the house down, finish it all off, built a garage, all the things. That house, that house is so nice. Like it's been rented out since, I don't even recall when they moved in. Sometime last summer, fall, somewhere in there they moved in. That's a beautiful home. So we have a lot right next door to it. And we purchased a house, I'm probably 2 years ago to go on that lot, but we just never did anything with it because we had that house and then we had the farmhouse property and we just had projects at home here and just had a lot going on. And so I've been doing all the permitting and house drawn plans and the septic designs and all that stuff for that lot over the last couple months. And so we're just about ready with all of the permitting, all the boring stuff that nobody wants to hear about is just about done. And then I'm preparing to have it so that right away in springtime with the ground thaws and we're done with all like the wet season, then we're gonna dig a basement, we're gonna move that last house on, and we're gonna finish that last house, which is gonna take a little longer because it's just me here. But I think it'll go smoother than the first one because I know a lot more about what I'm doing now. And as far as like I'm getting all the permitting taken care of on the front end, whereas that other house, I was kind of doing all that as we went. And it was a really stressful nightmare because, I didn't know what I was doing. I've done it once, now I know. So we'll be doing that house this spring. You guys see all the projects we've done over the years and then all the projects that have never been finished. I don't like juggling projects and I don't like them not being finished. So I'm gonna finish that house, which will feel great. And then I'll rent it out to somebody. And then there's a lot of things here at home that just always got like 90% complete, but not complete. So I'm gonna be doing finishing things around here. I just wanted to say, this has been a very tough season, but I feel very loved and I feel hopeful for, things in the future. And I know that you guys know that we're Christians. And I have always been really I don't really share my faith or my beliefs or my feelings really too often. Outside of last week, I shared some feelings there. But I believe that God is very powerful and that, what you think is more important than anything. Like your thoughts that you think about yourself and that travel around with you make a giant impact on the world around you. And so I will most likely be sharing a lot more like mental health stuff and, kind of things I've learned, things I've tried and experienced with. I've actually just about finished with a 1-year DBT program, which is like DBT and CBT stuff. And that's been super helpful. I've learned a lot through that. But again, I just want to thank you guys so much for all the love and the support you've given to not just me, but my family and Dawn and her family. They're wonderful people. Like, they're wonderful people. I love you. Thank you very much for everything that you've done for me and our family. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.